Okay, so moving on, we did talk about how IT exports are booming in Pakistan, and IT is becoming a new pillar of economy for Pakistan. To speak more about this change that we are facing, a very positive change, I might add, we do have an expert who will be addressing this for us. He happens to be Abdul Haseeb. He is an IT expert and the managing director and CEO of TMC Private Limited. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Good morning to you as well, Haseeb. We are going to be diving into how globally IT is being seen as the fastest growing field, and how impressive is it in Pakistan right now, and where do we stand?
So I think globally it is quite evident that IT, the growth that it has brought countries and companies, it is unprecedented across all sectors. So if you look at the top 10 companies globally, everybody who has entered the top 10 are all IT company. You look at Amazon's, Google, Alphabet, Microsoft of the world, they are all IT companies, tech companies who have made headlines. If you look at all the latest news on AI and how it is transforming countries and nations, every geopolitical situation that there is, AI has a major role to play in terms of its effects that it is creating. I think if you consolidate last month's key news, the richest person who became richest, Larry Ellison, he became richest because of an AI-based deal that he did with NVIDIA and OpenAI. If I think Mark Zuckerberg was recorded saying that even if I misspend couple of $100 billion getting our AI right, that is okay, and he's willing to do that as well. So, and I think countries, China, Saudi Arabia, how they're investing on AI and technology. So globally, I think tech is something, AI plus tech is something which is moving geopolitics as well as economies. And I think in Pakistan, we have.
Sir, where you've spoken about it, I would want to kind of bring in Pakistan now. For Pakistan, we might not be a competitor for other, countries where the IT exports are massive and are bringing in billions and trillions of dollars. But even for Pakistan, I think it's a milestone that we stand today at a point where we actually have the largest exports now, as of now, comparison with the previous years. And I do know for a fact how we took it. I think 2 years ago it was at $4 billion, and then all of these initiatives by the governments have actually kind of brought in a lot more $1 billion now. And imagine, what do you think is the driving force for Pakistan's IT exports, and what do you think needs to be done? We've just seen, how the AI Indus Week took place over here. 100,000 more people from all over the world actually gathered over here. How do you think that moving ahead, Pakistan can probably contemplate and kind of make sure that there's more space for exports?
Sure. I think three things. Pakistan, it's a great opportunity. What we are able to do with our exports already is amazing, but I think we can achieve a lot more. There are three key things that we need to focus on. One is talent. I think the key ingredient for IT and tech is talent. We need to build our talent up to the scale that we are able to supply the global markets. Talent is the raw material for doing exports of technology and tech. I'd just like to highlight a point here. While we have a lot of graduates and a lot of young people coming up and adopting IT, choosing IT as a career, but still, I think if we give them structured experience and exposure to technology, that is going to further strengthen our cause from a talent development standpoint. So that is one. The second key part is entrepreneurship. I think at a ground level, the ability to value add. Right now, there are many freelancers from Pakistan who are doing wonderfully well. But if we really want to scale, we need to inculcate entrepreneurship in everything that we do at a ground level. And if we do that, our people, our young professionals will be able to come up with great and brilliant ideas that they'll be able to scale and build brilliant businesses from an export standpoint. And third,
And on that note, I do want to add another important factor that we do need to consider is how artificial intelligence is being integrated into IT, which is rapidly changing it and expanding it on I would say a cellular level. On that note, how can Pakistan compete on a global level? We do know for a fact that around 800 to $1 billion are already being put into being brought in by the artificial intelligence inculcation of the IT experts. But how do you think Pakistan can compete on a global level?
I think quality resources that we need to produce, if we have quality talent that we are able to produce as a country, that is the raw material that we need in order to compete on the global markets. The other key point, I think, back to my previous point, I think entrepreneurship, the value add that our people at ground level will be able to provide the global customers, then Pakistan will automatically become an export hub where there are multiple entrepreneurs who can provide a value driven IT services to global markets. That is what is going to make a difference for global market. And I think third key pillars, again, the same, that local adoption of AI automatically creates an ecosystem locally which attracts global companies to be here. So as an example, if Google is coming in Pakistan now very strongly, if we have Google here locally present and doing things locally, that is automatically going to have lot of skill spillover in Pakistan, technology spillover in Pakistan. That is going to then subsequently enable our youth and our entrepreneurs to go globally and provide services from an export standpoint to global markets. So I think these three pillars are essential from an export standpoint, and this is what is going to make a difference from a global export standpoint for Pakistan.
Exactly. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Haseeb, for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation with you. Thank you so much for taking our time. And for people who are out there, ladies and gentlemen, where Mr. Abdul Haseeb has mentioned that how Pakistan really needs to make sure that we make more avenues for people because we are talented. We really need to make sure that we up our skill game. And I think that's exactly the message with which we are going to wrap it up today. So if there's any area of interest for you, please make sure that you, up your skill and make sure that you pursue. And for each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be Ramadan, hopefully tomorrow, please make sure that you remember us all in your prayers. And until next time, look after yourselves. 1, 2, 3. Good morning.